Hello everyone, welcome back to Believer Science Academy, Bengaluru. This is topic of the day. Today we'll discuss about 150th year of celebration of Vande Mataram, the national song of India. We'll discuss the celebration of Vande Mataram, its historical precedent, and why is it so significant in Indian independence history, and also the recent controversy. Prime Minister Modi said something about Vande Mataram and he criticized past Congress about Vande Mataram. We'll discuss what is this controversy and why is it in news. So, 150 years of Vande Mataram, song, soul, and 1937 fragmentation debate. Okay, so a hymn that became a revolution. 2025 marks 150th anniversary of Vande Mataram, the anthem of India's freedom movement and enduring symbol of national pride. What began as a literary hymn evolved into a revolutionary chant against colonial oppression. What is Vande Mataram? Vande Mataram is nothing but a literary contribution of Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay, but it became the voice and the echo of all the people of India against the British oppression. Every person had only one slogan that is Vande Mataram. That is, all of India is one. Vande Mataram. Next, it a renewed controversy has emerged from Prime Minister Modi's remarks that the song was fragmented in 1937 when Congress adopted only part of it. We'll discuss what does he mean. This debate highlights the delicate balance between cultural nationalism and the secular inclusivity that defines modern India. This is the Vande Mataram song. If you are fluent in Hindi, you can just read it out. A very beautiful song very beautiful song composed by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay. Next, birth of nationalism. This is the Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay. In November 7, 1875, Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay composed Vande Mataram and published in his novel Anandamath through Bangadarshan Journal. What was this Anandamath? Anandamath was a book written by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay. What was the main component of this Anandamath? This was discussing about Sannyasi revolt in Bengal. Okay, Sannyasi revolt or also called as Fakir's revolt. What happened in Bengal? It happened around 1870s, and during that 1870s time, what was happening in Bengal was a great famine, and this famine was caused not by the nature but by the political oppressors, that is the British. So the sannyasis, normally sannyasis are nothing but people of peace, people of non-violence, but they were so fed up of the British oppression and the deaths surrounding them, they decided to pick up the arms and fight against Britishers. So this is called or considered as one of the earliest fights against the Britishers. Okay, one of the earliest fight against Britishers. Okay, so the mainly it is talking about Sannyasi revolt. In the Sannyasi revolt, as part of the book, Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay wrote Vande Mataram. In the 1900s, this song became a rallying cry. It was sung in mass protest, Congress sessions, and Swadeshi rallies by nationalists like Tagore, Aurobindo Ghosh, and Bankim Chandra Pal. Okay, next, actually, what happened was the 1905 Swadeshi movement was also called as Vande Mataram movement. Why? That was how significant Vande Mataram chant became to the Swadeshi movement. Everyone had one single slogan in their mouth. That was Vande Mataram. So that is why 1905 Swadeshi movement was mainly led by Aurobindo Ghosh. They said that let us make British administration impossible by boycotting everything that is British. So let us focus on Swadeshi. Okay, instead of using the British goods, let us use Indian goods. Let us boycott British goods. That is the original idea of Swadeshi, and the major slogan was this Vande Mataram. Next, colonial ban. That is, British government banned public recitation, viewing it as an act against colonial rule. See, a chant so powerful that the government of that time, that the British government had to ban it. That is the significant power of Vande Mataram. Many people considered it was more suitable to be the national anthem of India. It was more suitable to be becoming as a national anthem of India, but there was an issue with respect to certain religious aspirations. For example, the Vande Mataram Vande Mataram is nothing but worshipping our Mata. The Mata here is Bharata Mata. There was a controversy when people wanted to make this out as a national anthem. There was a controversy. The Mataram in Vande Mataram is not Bharata Mata, it is another like Hindu goddess. So Muslims started opposing this particular slogan. And later people considered it is not any Bharat Mata, it is Bharata Mata. Bharata, that is the land of India, is together considered as a Mata, it is considered as a mother, and that is why we are worshipping it. But for Muslims, they are extremely monotheistic. So they do not worship anyone except Allah. So there was a controversy. As a result, they decided to make this as a national song, and national anthem was given to Jana Gana Mana, written by we all know. Next, written in Sanskrit and Bengali, the song personifies Mother India as a divine mother, celebrating her beauty, fertility, and strength. So this was the basic idea behind Vande Mataram, that land of India is a mother for everyone. But like again, the religious sentiments got hurt, and as a result, it was downgraded to national song. Next, 1937 truncation decision. So the this context is in controversy. Within this context, the topic became controversial. What is this? Phase 4 session of 1937. That is, Indian National Congress under the Nehru presidency adopts only the first two stanzas of national song. So national song was very big, but only adopted first two stanzas of national song. And the committee decision, that is the recommendation from Nehru, Subhash Chandra Bose, and the Maulana Azad, guided the truncation. And the balancing act. Later stanzas identified Mother India with Hindu deities like Durga, which some Muslim leaders found exclusionary. Okay, as I told you. So this particular truncation of, or this particular bifurcation of Vande Mataram became controversial. That is what Prime Minister Modi has signified. Vande Mataram was meant to be a worshipping of Bharat Mata as a Hindu deity, and it was compared to Durga Mata and all. But as a result, it sidelined Muslims from the national movement. So, in order to bring the Muslims with the national movement, Congress decided to take this decision. So, the truncated version reflected an attempt to balance nationalist fervor with community harmony, a sensitive issue as religious pluralism grew in the later colonial era. Okay, next, Prime Minister Modi's 2025 statement. In this statement on the celebration of 150th year of this particular Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram was broken. It was torn into pieces. This division sowed the seeds of partition. He says that Prime Minister Modi, the bifurcation or truncation of this Vande Mataram led ultimately to the bifurcation of India into Indian Union and Pakistan. Okay, he says that by accepting the aspirations of communities, religious communities, we decided to give them separate nation altogether. Next, rekindling the debate. Prime Minister Modi asserted that 1937 truncation tore apart the soul of the song and symbolically sowed the seeds of division. Okay, so they decided to bifurcate this particular song because they said they thought that it was going to hurt certain sentiments of Muslims, sentiments of certain religious community. But Prime Minister Modi, according to him, in by acknowledging that particular incident, that it is going to hurt a particular sentiments, we bifurcated the communities itself. It reinforced that religious identity. Next, call to youth. He urged young Indians to revisit historical decisions and reflect on how they shaped India's idea of unity itself. Next, commemorative release. He released a stamp and coin marking the occasion, calling Vande Mataram the soul of India's identity. Indeed, Vande Mataram is soul of India's identity, and no song has played such significant role in India's independence than Vande Mataram. Okay. Next, political and public reactions with respect to this particular comments. BJP positions, they backed Prime Minister Modi's remarks, claiming that Congress's 97 move was reflected communal appeasement. Next, spokesperson C.R. Keshavan cited Subhash Chandra Bose's opposition to the truncation. He says that Subhash Chandra Bose initially opposed this particular bifurcation of the song. So reference Nehru's letter suggesting Vande Mataram might irritate Muslims. So these were historical evidences. And what was the Congress defense in this aspect? They defended historical decision to come as a commitment to inclusivity during the rising religious tension. They say that we truncated the particular section where it was combining nationalism with Hindu identity. They did not want to combine Hinduism and national identity together because it would exclude certain communities such as such as Muslims, such as Christians, such as Sikhs. So all these communities which are integral part of Indianist India would be bifurcated or would be excluded if we are combining Hinduism with national identity. So that was a sensitive decision taken by Congress at that time, emphasizing the pragmatic approach to maintaining unity. They highlighted secular values of the freedom movement. They said that what we did was right in our aspect because we wanted to maintain the secular aspect of the movement, because not only the Hindus but all the communities were involved in national movement. Historic remains. Historians remains divided. Some view truncation as pragmatic and unifying, while others see it as symbolically compromising the song's culture and integrity. A song should have been adopted in its originality, because the song written by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay was unifying India, was symbolizing the resistance of Indians to British oppression. It should have been left as it is according to the wish of author or according to the wish of writer. But again, it is divided opinion. Next, constitutional recognition. In January 24, 1950, Constituent Assembly formally adopted Vande Mataram as India's national song alongside Janagana Mana as national anthem, and retained two stanzas. Assembly reaffirmed the balance between tradition and secular inclusivity by keeping only the first two stanzas, only first two paragraphs of the song. Even now, we sing only the first two stanzas of Vande Mataram. Dual identity, that is, both songs symbolize India's plural democratic ethos, that is, cultural nationalism and constitutional nationalism. Okay, cultural nationalism meets constitutional nationalism here. Next, Vande Mataram is cultural and emotional nationalism. Janagana Mana is constitutional and civic nationalism. Both are soul of Indian democracy itself. Next, celebrating 150 years in 2025. That is, unifying hymn celebrates as a hymn of courage and devotion that united millions during the freedom struggle. It reinforces the effort that put by our ancestors to get this freedom. Next, historical reflection. This reflects on how national symbols evolve with the political and cultural context over the time. Okay. Next, unity and diversity. This reaffirms the commitment to India's plural ethos as envisioned by the freedom movement. Events such as exhibitions, debates, and music, okay, public understanding. This promotes Bankim Chandra's vision where patriotism was rooted in spiritual as well as moral integrity. So, these events such as exhibitions, debates, and the music recitations have been organized nationwide to commemorate the song's enduring resonance. Very important. We have to remember these song and these historic events so that we can tell to our future generations that the freedom you are exercising, the freedom you are enjoying, is a result of hard-fought victory by Indians, hard-fought sacrifice by your ancestors. Next, nationalism, culture, and secularism. The Vande Mataram debate is more than just historical. It is a mirror of India's ongoing negotiation between faith and nationhood. Currently, what is happening in India? It is Hindus versus Muslims, it is Hindus versus Christians, it is caste, it is class, etc. etc. So, there is faith, there is a question of faith over nationhood. So, this particular celebration of Vande Mataram reaffirms that faith and nationhood should go together. Okay. Cultural nationalism, that is Bankim and Arvindo, brings the spiritual roots here. The spiritual aspects of your religion should be taken into consideration when you are dealing with nationalism. They should be taken as a positivities to bring nationalism or to bring freedom. It should not be used as a mean to divide this freedom. Okay. Next, inclusive nationalism. Nehru and Azad describe the secular harmony of this particular Vande Mataram and the living discourse. It is constantly defined by political memory. Okay, so symbols of unity can become contested when interpreted through religious or political lenses. Evolution of Indian nationalism reflects the changing social context. So, what the Congress or any particular party did during that time was with respect to context, was with respect to the political situation of that time. Okay, so they have done according to the context or what situation depended. Now, we cannot take that out of context and make them out the villains. That is what the article argues. Next, national identity remains a living discourse across generations. Next, contemporary relevance. Why is it relevant now? Currently, what is happening in India? As I told you, there is communal disharmony, there is class disharmony, there is caste disharmony, there is secessionism, there is people wanting to move out of India, there is anti-India feelings, there is language wars, etc. etc. So, it is very relevant in the current context. In today's India, Vande Mataram continues to inspire patriotism, Yet its interpretation varies across the political lines. For the youth, understanding historical history critically is vital to sustaining unity. The song reminds us that true nationalism is inclusive, compassionate, and rooted in respect for diversity, the very values that once it helped awaken. Okay, so Vande Mataram has previously helped awaken these ideas, and as a result, it led to the independence of India. Now it is time for you to reawaken your nationalism as well, so that India can become a unity in diversity in its true sense. This is about Vande Mataram and the 150 years of celebration of Vande Mataram. So I think I covered the topic holistically. If you like the video, then please hit the like button, comment.